Hey everybody, welcome back to Mission Control for a feature-focused video. In this video, we're talking about DMX settings for ArtNet in version 19 plus. The DMX settings window allows you to set how DMX is routed out of the console through the DMX ports, ArtNet, or streaming ACN, the lines features are patched to, as well as more than one protocol being used for output at the same time. If DMX settings are wiped on the start of a new show, outputs A through H will default to lines 1 through 8, depending on the outputs on the console. The ArtNet and streaming ACN are auto-assigned to 16 lines. What will show is no license for consoles with less than 16 licensed lines. ArtNet is disabled by default. ArtNet may be used with broadcast or unicast. Can support up to 32,767 universes. However, gigabit Ethernet supports about 250. Networking can become saturated. In version 19, these settings change some. Older versions may look different. Broadcast. ArtNet will send all universes to all nodes, and then the device will output the universes it wants to listen to. This requires less setup, but uses more network traffic. Unicast. ArtNet will send packets to only nodes that need them. This requires more careful setting up, but reduces network traffic. Multiple nodes can be assigned per line. To adjust the ArtNet settings, press the Avo and Disk key at the same time, and then DMX settings on the soft keys. Then click the cog next to the ArtNet on the right side. DMX output, turn on or off DMX output for this protocol, so you can turn ArtNet on or off. Auto sign. When auto sign is enabled, output signatures for this protocol will be added when lines are created. So when you add new lines, they'll automatically have ArtNet added to them. Continuous ArtNet DMX, when enabled, ArtNet packet is sent at least every 20 frames, even when the values are not changing. Always broadcast ArtNet DMX. Enabling this option causes ArtNet from this system to be broadcast. Having to enable this option is commonly a sign that the DMX configuration is incorrect. Block RDM disables RDM traffic with this protocol. When disabled, there will be no RDM information fixtures on this protocol. DMX overrun. Some ArtNet devices ignore changes until they sent more than once. This option is enabled and at least 3 packets are sent for every change. Legacy mode. This allows the ArtNet to be sent continuously from the console at a high rate. This may affect network performance. Loopback pseudo interface 1, 127.0.0.1. Flexibly wants this protocol outputting on the loopback adapter, typically used for applications on the same computer. Ethernet XXX. This selects whether you want this protocol outputting on this Ethernet adapter. If there are multiple adapters in the system, each one can select more than one, and additional information will be sent across each one. Let's have a look at that. So here I am on version 19 of Titan on the Titan Go virtual interface. So as I click System here or Avo and Disk on a full console, and then choose DMX settings from our soft keys. I can see here I've got a fresh show loaded with nothing in it and default set. So we see I've got our outputs A through D assigned to lines 1 through 4, as well as streaming ACN and ArtNet through line 16. But we can see the ArtNet is shown as kind of grayed out there. It means it is disabled. It is disabled by default. So if we click here to enable it and give it a moment, we now see that ArtNet is turned on, is now transmitting those universes on those lines. So we go to the settings here. In the DMX output, same as our little power button here. If we turn it off here, we can turn it off or turn it back on as needed. Auto assign, like I said, if a new line is patched, it will automatically, it will give ArtNet assigned to it automatically. So to show that, we'll go ahead and just exit here. We'll go to our overview tab and we'll hit our plus button here and we'll give it a new start line of, say 214, and we'll leave it at 16 and go ahead and click assign. Now if we go back to our console, and we can see here if we scroll down, we've got 16 lines starting at 214 and automatically have ArtNet assigned to them matching that same line number. This should also work if you just patched a fixture. So back into our settings. You're starting at DMX. Again, that's going to send out our DMX continuously over ArtNet, so keep a node from falling asleep and not seeing it anymore. Always broadcast, set everything to broadcast, even if you had some set to unicast. Block RDM, you may need to block RDM on this protocol if you have fixtures that aren't RDM compatible and they might be blinking and flashing and causing general havoc. Overrun, here we have it automatically send 3 packets for each change. Basic mode, how we make it perform like an older version of the protocol. Uh, Continuous ArtNet, always broadcast, overrun, and legacy mode. If you're having problems with your ArtNet, try these switches in different combinations until it all seems to start working correctly. Loopback pseudo interface 1, 127.0.0.1. If you have, say, the full version of Capture and you're running on the same computer as Titan, you may want to turn this on so you can listen to your own ArtNet internally. And then we've got our Ethernet and our Wi-Fi, since I'm on a laptop here. You can have it either turn it off on the Ethernet and turn it on the Wi-Fi, or on both if need be. Note that I would not use ArtNet over Wi-Fi. I would not recommend it, but you could, but don't do that. And to save any settings change you make, just close the window. So that's been ArtNet settings in version 19 of Titan. I hope you learned something. Join us on Facebook at Avolites. Join us here next time. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.
We'll stop.
Roger, we'll stop Discovery. Welcome back. A great ending to the new beginning.